Oof. Well, the Warriors have found lots of creative ways to blow games in the last 15 games or so. We got Steph and Klay, of course, Wiggins. We've got Looney in. Looney is not always in for the end. And then we've got Poole. Let's see how the new closing lineup works out. Okay, this looks like the motion weak pick and roll. You under the ball to one side, and then Steph does this shallow cut to the other side, and the ball's going to swing all the way back to Steph. So he starts on the ball side and he goes to the weak side, and this is stolen from the Spurs motion offense, so it's called motion weak. And then one of these fellows over here is going to set a back screen or cross screen for the other guy who's going to come up, so the whole thing ends up in a pick and roll over there on the wing. These guys look a little discombobulated. I think Wiggins was probably supposed to be over here because there's always this pin down screen, but he give a little wave at Looney like, we're gonna skip that part, just go and set a screen for Steph. Jokic is dropped back so far. In theory, there's room here for Steph to pull up for a three, but I see the Nuggets are game planning against that. They've got this guy helping way up high from Poole. He's got his arm out, just like a little turnstile to try to harass Steph in case he goes by, or if Steph pulls up, then he can step in to contest his shot, and then the main defender will have enough time to catch up to Steph. Okay, well, Steph says, I don't care about your plan. This guy's supposed to be close enough to contest, but if I stop fast enough, then you can't react fast enough. So he's just going to go up with this shot. Ooh, so close. In theory, Poole's not been closing his defense, and one of the reasons that Looney isn't in the end is usually because of offense. So we're going to see how that plays out. Okay, Jokic setting a very solid screen here. So this guy can now attack Kevon Looney in space. The Warriors have been doing this all game, as I recall. Looney sinks back, and then this player just leaves Jokic to soft trap the ball handler and just leave Jokic open for three. And for a lot of the game, Jokic had been just whiffing on these open threes. And he's taking it. Oh man, that was halfway down. Alright, that was lucky. Steph counterattacking fast, trying to attack before the defense sets. Looney sets this quick screen up top. I don't know if Steph is going to be able to run Austin Rivers into this screen, and Jokic has dropped way back. Aaron Gordon, I guess he's supposed to be guarding Klay. Oh, nice acceleration. Jokic kind of got caught in no man's land, so we had Rivers fighting over the top of the screen, and then Jokic was sort of meandering up in drop position. Last play, Steph just pulled up at the top of the key, but this time, I think he was waiting for Jokic to come up a little bit, and then he just puts on the afterburners and gets by. I don't think anyone can stop this layup, right? This guy is pretty big, and if he's alert enough, he could rotate to contest this, but that would give Poole a completely open three. Too fast. Yes. Okay, good plan. Just give it to Jokic and let him work, because he can score semi-efficiently in the post, but Looney is a good defender against Jokic. Jokic is not going to out-quick you, and Looney does not outthink himself when he's guarding people, which is why he's good against people like Harden. But also I see Klay here is hanging out. Klay definitely looks like he's ready to possibly double team Jokic if Jokic does anything too threatening. Oh, he's just coming. Yeah, forget it. Got an MVP last year. We don't have to wait around and see what's happening. So at the top, we've got man-to-man. Klay's coming to double Jokic. This is looking like a pretty good angle because the open man, Rivers is totally open over here in the corner. So Jokic has pretty incredible court vision, so I wouldn't be surprised if he found Rivers. Okay, so of course Jokic sees the open man. Yowza. Jokic is a damn good passer, but that one was not a good pass. So Klay is leaving Jokic because now he got Jokic to give him the ball, and I hope he can find Monte Morris soon here. Denver is trying to swing it around to find the open man, but it's going to be too slow, and Klay has had enough time to rotate. Jokic is going to come up to try to set a quick pick and roll, something like that. Oh, okay, now he's just flashing to the top of the key. This is nice. And I guess he's just going to go one-on-one against Looney. There he goes. I like how Klay sagged off his man to just wave at Jokic to make him chew up more time and make him think about things. Looney leaning with all of his strength. This is going to be pretty annoying if Jokic makes this shot. Ooh, the up and under. Yes! Okay, that was a pretty sweet little up and under move going under Looney's arm there, but just missed. Never in doubt. And Steph is going to clean up this rebound, right? Nice. The Warriors do not have numbers, but the Nuggets defense is in kind of a weird position. Wow, they're just trapping Steph right off the bat. He hasn't even done anything, folks. 2 men on Steph. Play with us forever and ever. Wiggins is open here. He can get the ball, and they should be able to find a 3-on-2 here if Steph releases the ball fast enough. Nice. Jokic is booking his way in to try to make this not a 3-on-2. When Wiggins came to the Warriors, he would tend to catch the ball and then survey the terrain to make sure there are no predators. If he goes fast, I think he could still take advantage of this 2-on-1 in the corner. It's like he basically would just drive and force this defender to come and guard him, and that would leave Klay open in the corner. Oh, all right. He just throws it over to Klay. And he's sort of setting this pin-in screen against Klay's defender, and I assume Klay is just going to hoist this. So close. I think that was a good shot. It's just a quick pick and roll. Looney was coming up here, getting ready to set a screen. I didn't see whether this guy was starting to lean in this direction or something, but Poole just said, "See ya, I'm going into 5th gear." So let's see if Jokic can rotate fast enough to pick up Poole. If Jokic can't get into position, typically in the NBA, it's the weak low man, so the person on the opposite side of the ball, closest to the basket, who then rotates to stop this drive. But that would mean leaving Steph Curry, and that feels pretty bad. I think people would be afraid of getting fired if they left Steph Curry, so maybe this guy should rotate off of Wiggins, but Wiggins is pretty good from the corner, so this is actually pretty tricky for the Nuggets to defend, especially once they've drawn Jokic out of the paint. Jokic doesn't even go for it. Jokic is like, screw that, I'm a finesse tugboat, I can't catch up to this little speed bug. So Poole going fast, interesting rotation, so not the standard one from the weak low man, but Gordon rotates off of Klay, and to be fair, Klay is not shooting all that well because it's still not quite in rhythm from the comeback. So Poole, he is very crafty finishing around the basket. He does have an angle here. He might just try to finish this thing, or is he going to see Klay? Yikes. I think he kind of got stuck in the air trying to decide whether to throw it back to Klay or to finish it, or maybe he got fouled. And was that a travel? Okay. This is actually a straight pick and roll. So Jokic sets the screen and he's slipping immediately. Steph goes over the screen. Looney, he's below the level of the screen, but he's going to try to contain this man. So that means Jokic will have some success. So one of these guys is going to have to rotate to pick up Jokic unless Looney just pulls out some miracle. All right, so Jokic gets the ball with Looney out of position. Klay probably going to just wave at Jokic to harass and just stab at the ball. But Klay's not going to want to leave Aaron Gordon open in the corner. So I'm going to guess that Jokic just goes hard to the basket here, right? Oh, that was sweet. Klay did. So usually this is like a pro forma thing where you're like, okay, I'm going to stunt in. I'm just going to wave at the ball and harass you and make you feel uncomfortable. But Klay completely clean stripped this ball. Yo, this looks like a 3-on-2. If they don't get a layup, this is going to be pretty sad. Okay, I guess no one ever picked up the ball. Horns, which means top, elbows, corners. Morris is coming to set some kind of screen. I don't know if he's back screening Klay so that Aaron Gordon can go hard to the basket with momentum, or whether he's coming over to screen Looney and give this cross screen for Jokic to go inside. Okay, it is for Gordon. Okay, so this is a little back screen on Klay. He's going to definitely get hit by this screen, which means Jordan Poole has to be aware enough that Gordon's coming through and he has to switch to Gordon. So Gordon is going to go completely free to the basket. This would have been an alley-oop dunk, but it looks like this is turning into Monte Morris handoff. I don't know. Like, I would have waited a little bit to see if Gordon was going to be free, because he's pretty free here. Poole, in fact, is stepping towards the play. Okay, so Klay fought through the screen. Looney is probably farther away from Jokic than he wanted to be. Jokic is open for 3 again, but he has also been bricking them. Yo, that was such a cool pass. How did he even see this pass? I'm going to go back a second. Okay, so Jokic backs in Looney. It looks like he wants to go for the spin move, but Poole has sunk in to do this double team, basically. And that leaves Gordon stepping out to the corner. And so Jokic does some really cool, like he turns this way. Oh no, he flicked it with his left hand. That's pretty cool. So Gordon has this semi-open 3. He can definitely jump over Poole, and whew, well, that was lucky. Jokic is looking like he wants to maneuver to be sort of a strong side goalie here, zoning up behind Steph's defender. I don't know about this positioning here. So Jokic is here, which is deterring Steph from going middle. Like, Jokic can ignore Looney, right? And so that's going to encourage Steph to just blow by his guy this way. But Steph Green, he's kind of playing Steph to force him away from middle. So this is like double forcing away from middle. Ooh, he almost got it. Okay, Steph turns the corner. All right, after all that rigmarole, Steph actually does get around Green as prophesized. And as prophesized, the weak side low man rotates, which leaves Klay open. Aaron Gordon here has to zone these two guys. I don't really know what Wiggins is doing here. I think he should be closer to the top of the key because now his man can rotate to Poole over here. Or Steph can just finger roll it in while he's getting bumped. Why not? That was pretty. Is there a foul too? No foul. Okay, I like this. They're not double teaming. Looney just was playing Jokic one-on-one, just standing his ground. Jokic tried a spin move, and now he can't see Wiggins. And so finally, Wiggins is coming to spring the trap. And if Jokic spins back, then he might get into a lot of trouble getting stuck between Wiggins and Looney. But that means Steph has to be ready to rotate out to this open man. Jesus. You know, I don't really know how Jokic knew this guy was open, but he figured it out. Let me see what's going on here. I think this is a planned play by Denver. I feel like they've done this kind of thing before. So Jokic is in the post here. Even if there's no double team, this guy has clearly come around to set a pin and screen on whoever could rotate out to help Austin Rivers. So it's not complete psychicness by Jokic, but it's just a great quick read. Wiggins coming in to trap. Jokic just, I don't know, is this like a rookie mistake to throw it to the open man? Jokic is definitely four-dimensional chessing this. Steph is, I think, baiting the pass over here. He's ready to run out, and Jokic is nah, I'm going for my man on the weak side wing. One. Oh, okay, that's what you get for four-dimensional chessing it. That was a great play by Poole. The guy was open, but Poole's reflexes to knock that out of the air. Now it's just a sheer random 50-50 ball. Steph Klay pick and roll rarely happens. This is a good time to do it with one possession to try to seal the game. All right, that was not much of a pick and roll. These guys just, like, do you guys realize that Klay Thompson is one of the best shooters of all time? These two guys are shining twins. Steph here, play with us forever and ever and ever. Klay barely got to start setting a screen and he slips, which is usually what happens in these Steph Klay pick and rolls. But Klay should be totally open here. Yep, Steph has drawn two people to the corner. Can Klay run this 4-on-3? Looney is looking mighty spicy and open under the basket here. Klay could, like, go up for a fake three or something and whip it to Looney, or he could dribble right at Jokic and then try to shovel a pass to Looney. He's got a lot of options here. Oh, he's gonna YOLO it. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I thought Looney was looking pretty spicy under the basket there. Basketball gods are cruel sometimes. You know, even if the Warriors lose this, they're living up to their slogan, we make it close enough to hurt. We're not going to settle for these blowouts where you can just write it off. We're going to make it close so you feel really bad if they lose. Straight post up, running out of time here. Are they going to double again? I would really consider not doubling, but it seems like the Warriors are trying to time the double up to be as late as possible. But on these double teams, I think the Nuggets have gotten 3 straight open threes. They just happen to break them. Oh man, that sucks for Denver. What happened there? Was that good defense or just the world's worst entry pass? I can't tell whose fault this is. They just weren't on the same page. Jokic is kind of trying to seal Looney on his back, and so if this pass could come over here, then he just turns and he has a layup. So I think that's what Jokic was thinking. But Monte Morris was thinking, let me just put the entry pass where you typically put it, which is where the defender has to go through the man, and we don't have people who have ghost summoner spells, so we're okay here. So it's just a cross-up. Poole setting a screen for Steph. I don't know about the spacing on this play. We got 3 guys right on top of each other, but they're trying to give Poole and Steph this entire area of the three-point line, and Steph is just going fast. Jokic is pointing and having some kind of conversation here. Steph just goes fast. Monte Morris and Austin Rivers both go to Steph because no one ever got fired for following Steph. Poole is 100% open here. He is so open here. This could be a record for the most open 3. Whew, that's big. I think that might have sealed it, right? It's not sealed, but Warriors are going to have to be creative to blow this one. Okay, Denver is just not messing around anymore. Like, Steph, we got a deadline to work with. Can we go straight to the shining? We want you to play with us forever, etc. Let's do this. Steph, like the respect. He's standing on the logo, getting double team. Why not? Oh no. Okay, Steph just tosses it over to Wiggins over here. Sure, why not? Hope Wiggins doesn't do anything stupid. So right now, time is the Warriors' ally. I think Steph is going to run and just try to get the ball back. Okay, Wiggins says, we don't need to kill no time. We have our own personal 3-on-2 over here because 2 guys went to Steph. Probably would have been better to eat the whole clock. I don't know. Anyway, Poole is pretty open though. His defender's got a foot in the paint, and Poole did just rail that last 3. Totally open, totally closed. Jordan Poole has already moved into having his 3 guns out. Yeah, you see, this is a gun made of 3 fingers. So he's doing his, I'm a rootin' tootin' 3-point shooting Yosemite Sam. He and Juan Toscano Anderson do this. Alright, the bench. We got some things going on. Moody with grim determination here. Bielitsa pumping his fist, boring. Damian Lee, not a 3-point gun. It's not an OK 3. He's just counting 3. This is solid count on the number of points that were just scored. And Draymond, what is going on here, Draymond? How many 1970s sofas had to die to make this suit? My God, respect the environment, Draymond.